this lighting like a weird vibe, or maybe it's the angle? Let's just do the video. Okay, so last year I made a video entitled Autumn Resolutions, where I made all of my yearly resolutions, because I'm not a big New Year's resolution person. I'm more of an autumn resolution person, because it just, something about September just feels like the actual beginning of the year. Probably because I'm on a school schedule, so it's just kind of like everything is starting again, it's brand new. We need to figure out our lives and our schedule and the balance of everything. Last year, I wanted to put myself first and start putting myself first before work, taking the time for myself so that I could give it to others. You can't help people until you help yourself. You can't love people until you love yourself. You can't fix major issues in other people's lives before you have your life on track and going where it needs to go. And I think I finally last year reached a point where I felt comfortable with my life enough to balance it among the chaos that was last year. Now is a different kind of chaos because we're back in person. As you can tell, I'm at my studio at the college that I teach at. So that means that all of the time that I had to work out and meditate and do whatever it was I needed to do, I no longer can do. Like, do you know how badly I want to do laundry right now, but I can't because I am working in a school as opposed to at home. So I have a big window of time. So I'm going to use that time to do things like edit, practice, what have you. I'm a professional musician. I am a teacher, a freelancer. I also play two different kinds of clarinet. The first clarinet is the regular B-flat clarinet. The other clarinet that I play is a bass clarinet. I don't have it with me today, but here's a clip. This is the clarinet that I grew up playing. I'm really, really comfortable on it, but I also realized that if I bought a bass clarinet, it would essentially pay for itself because I was turning down a lot of gigs with bass clarinet. So I got a bass clarinet, and now I get to take all the bass clarinet gigs. But because bass clarinet is more of a new instrument for me, and it's an auxiliary instrument, I haven't really had the time to spend really honing my skills on the bass clarinet. I'm really good at bass clarinet, but I don't have the same level of comfort when I'm playing it. So basically, I want to get better so that I can play more confidently on bass clarinet. So I realized I didn't say what exactly I was doing to get better at bass clarinet. Aside from practicing, I also joined a bass clarinet ensemble, which is either the pinnacle of nerdiness or the pinnacle of coolness in band geek world. And I'm also going to be playing bass clarinet on some of the quintet pieces because we do have a fantastic bass clarinetist, but I kind of feel bad that he's only playing bass clarinet. So we're going to be switching probably a little bit more frequently so that I'll be able to play in my quintet on bass clarinet. So that is my first resolution. My second resolution for music stuff is to land high-profile gigs for this year going into 2022. Whether it's with my quintet performing at notable places around Boston, or whether it's playing with a certain group in a certain place. I don't think things are going to be back to normal, but for when music returns, I know I'm still on a bunch of sub lists and I know I'm still on those call lists. I was kind of sitting back and letting people call me, but I'm going to be a little bit more proactive and touch base with a couple people, make sure that I'm still on those sub lists, and reach out to venues with all of like the marketing stuff for my quintet so that we can get those high profile gigs. The second category is home life, and that I only have one goal, and it's to maintain cleanliness, because as you know, I redid my entire apartment, did a deep clean last December. Everything got rearranged, everything got cleaned, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and Colin is really happy with the way that it turned out, so everything is all well and good. Like, weekends are my time to sort of clean up any messes that have accumulated during the week, but if I don't have the weekends to do that and sort of reset everything, it can get out of hand really quickly. Third category is fitness. Okay, fitness is something that I have to do instead of something that I maybe have time for. I've been doing these monthly challenges because monthly challenges keep it interesting and keep me motivated. I work out at home because I don't have the time or money or resources to get a gym membership right now. Like, okay, I don't have time to work out today, but I want to work out every day, but I don't have the time today, so I'll do it tomorrow. It's like tomorrow it gets busy. I'll just do it the next day. And you keep pushing it off and then you just forget it altogether and you end up feeling like crap. So I am being super active with my mindset around fitness so that it is something that I have to do. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are my busiest days. So I've given myself kind of those days. It's like I can do a short workout in the morning. If S hits the fan and I wake up too late, it's okay. On those 2 days, it's okay to not work out. I am giving myself only those 2 days as possible rest and recovery days or really short workout days. Recently, I've gotten really into hiking, as you saw in my main vlogs. So I want to keep that up because just like getting out in nature is really refreshing, and going on hikes is a great way to not only spend the day in nature, but to spend the day with friends or significant others in nature. So I want to keep up the walks, even in the dead of winter. Yes, you heard me. In the dead of winter, I want to keep walking. Here in Boston, it gets darker a lot earlier during the winter. So sometimes it's like a safety thing where I'm just not going to be able to take as many steps as I would during the summer, which is okay. I also, I want to try running again. I've tried 2 running challenges and I got injured both times. But I think if I start slow and have a plan, I think I'll be able to start running again. Because I don't know if I destroyed my knees by riding a fixed gear in the city as a bike messenger for years, or if I just am getting older and can't run. But I think by strengthening my legs, I don't know, this is a hypothesis. I also need to get new running shoes, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, going hand in hand with fitness is sort of like something that I put into fitness, but it's nutrition. And as I said, Sundays are my day to clean. They're also my days to cook and meal prep because I've gotten really into meal prepping. Because if I have a plan and if I have meals ready to go, that is so much easier than just kind of winging it and getting Dunkin' Donuts on my way to work. 4th category is mental health. I really want to start meditating. I'm looking into the Calm app. I'm looking into Headspace. I'm looking into some different apps. If you have apps or videos that have helped you meditate, like guided meditation, because if I just sit in one spot and I just try to make I can focus on my breath and then I'll like fall asleep. So I need like a guided meditation at first. In the past, I've done it and I really like it. I just need to make time for it. So that's going to be something. So if you meditate, let me know kind of where you fit it in during your day and like what you use to meditate, because I'm like really interested. Like that is something that I'm actually really serious about doing. Affirmations are cheesy. They're cheesy. I'm just going to say it. Might be an unpopular opinion, but affirmations are so stinking cheesy. However, whenever I say affirmations, it changes my mindset. Like if I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm late, I'm always late, I never do anything right, I'm really struggling, why me? Like that's all negative stuff. But when I say affirmations, it's all positive stuff. And even though I feel cheesy saying them and they're cheesy, it really does shift your mindset from negative to positive. So that's something that I've been doing on the low key, like lowest key. I am doing affirmations. The 5th category is financial. People with finance channels and who do finance-based videos stress me out so much because finances stress me out so much. I've come a long way from when I was living paycheck to paycheck. I still live paycheck to paycheck at times. I only go on vacation if I can afford it. I save up money for a long time before I go on vacation. I have a savings account and I have an IRA, which is like a retirement fund. Don't really know what an IRA is, but I know it's good to have one. My goal is to have a certain amount of money in my IRA and a certain amount of money added to my checking account by next fall, which I think I can do. I'm not gonna say the amount because I don't think it matters. If I said that I wanted 100 grand in my savings account by the end of this year, that is not attainable. That is not at all the number that I have in mind. but I do have a number. I might have to be a little bit more frugal in some areas of my life. I'm confident that I will be able to achieve that by next fall. So those are my autumn resolutions. Get better at bass clarinet, high profile gigs, maintain cleanliness in my home, fitness and eating right is at the forefront, meditate, and save some money. So what are your autumn resolutions? Thank you for listening to me ramble a little bit. Those are my autumn resolutions. Let me know if you have resolutions for autumn, or like just make some for you. Cause it's good to have like the New Year's resolution, but it's also good to like start thinking, even if you're just thinking about what your New Year's resolution is gonna be, you can just start. You can make a resolution anytime. The world is your oyster, so go shuck it. And with that, I leave you.